Welcome on to the campus of Mount Verde Academy, the home of OCB. This game presented by Orlando Health. The Lions playing host to Tormenta of South Georgia. It is a rainy night to play the beautiful game. These two teams have faced off twice before, so they're going to do it a third time, and the second here in Central Florida. Last time out for the Lions, it was a loss, 1-0 to the Richmond Kickers, but they did create scoring opportunities, and here's an opportunity for Seamus getting into the box. It gets punched away. Jordan Bender trying to feed inside, but that doesn't go the 18-year-old's way. And on the other side, how about the goalkeeping for Orlando City? It was Herrera in the pipes last time, and he gets bailed out by his teammates, and that is a common refrain as OCB has 67 saves on the campaign. On the other side, Hara has been absolutely fantastic, and he was fired up the last time out for the team from South Georgia. It was a 0-0 draw on the evening, but man, is this guy good. Right, knocking it away. And that's what you do when you come off of your line. You cut off that angle. 9 clean sheets for this squad. And on the other side, hey, that's an easy one. I'll just snatch it out of the air. So Hara will go up against Juliano Chade tonight as Chade gets the start for the Lions. Kickoff coming up next on ESPN+. Welcome on to the campus of Mount Verde Academy, the home of OCB. Tonight's game is brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Orlando Health. Orlando Health is proud to be the official medical team of Orlando City Soccer Club. From orthopedics and sports medicine to virtually every medical specialty, Orlando Health has physicians throughout Central Florida to provide the care you need when you need it. Choose Orlando Health. So, time for us to take a look at the lineups and find out who's going to be on the pitch for this game. For the Lions, they will be without the services of Mbuyu and Mendoza, both sent off with red cards last time out. Chade, as we talked about in the open, will be in the pipes. Silva, Hill, Hernandez, and Seamus. Amir, Santos, Serginho in the middle. Bender, Osewusu, and D'Souza. For the visitors, as we talked about, Hara will be in the pipes. Saintville, Canuston, Phelps, and Lee. And in the middle, Morel, Micheletto, Gomez, Coutinho, with Dennis and Jackson up top for Tormenta FC. And we're set to get underway. The home squad will be in purple, so dig, if you will, a picture of the Lions going from left to right on your screen, and in all white going from right to left. It will be the visitors. 90-plus minutes of action here on ESPN Plus. Glad that you're with us. I'm Bruce Silverman, and we are underway. It is wet, slick surface. This is what players love to play on. Natural grass, and just enough on the ground that the ball is going to move quickly. See a little bit of a trail. This pitch does, in fact, drain pretty well. Tormenta on the counter, building up. Dennis sending it into the middle, and that's going to be an easy stop for the 21-year-old out of Brazil. Coming into this game, Tormenta with 7 wins. OCB only 1. Sending it forward. Seamus on the wing. Feeling a little bit of pressure from Morel, and he has to go all the way back to Jordan Hill, and they'll work the back line. This is a makeshift back line for OCB, not the way that they normally set it up. Ball goes out of play, and Tormenta will throw it in far side. It looks like Josh Phelps will do the honors. Phelps wore the captain's badge in 17 and 18 for Tormenta. Throwing it into traffic, and momentarily it was OCB on it. Tormenta will send it all the way back to Hara, and Pablo will send it out for Canuston. Sending it across the box. Gomez will carry it, slowing things down. Osewusu doesn't want to say hello, so the boys in the white kits will move it around. Now Souza putting on some pressure before it's sent out by Hara. Intercepted by Seamus, sends it out wide. And now back over for Santos. Amir, who slides in front. And now the build from the outside. OCB taking their time on this buildup. See if they can make a difference in the final third. That's where things tend to break down for the Lions. They're prone to taking shots from the outside. Playing catch on the outside, still on it. Silva, who normally plays on the back line, but in the interior, playing on the outside for the suspension by Mendoza, or to Mendoza. Hernandez. Ball's intended for him, knocked out of play by Gomez. At home, OCB, 3 wins, 5 losses, and 3 draws. It's where they have found their success, as they have not won on the road. Tormenta a little bit better on the road with 2 wins. Looking for their third. They did defeat Orlando City at home on June 15th, 2-0. Mikey Rowe got a goal, as well as Alex Morel. Morel in the starting 18. And you're looking at the conversation there with J.J. Belinsky. Belinsky has the Barbasol this evening. And it looks like he's used it on his head. Gomez will start us up. And Gomez will carry it forward, pull up the brakes, send it back. And Tormenta has not really had any buildup. They've had one counter and have struggled the rest of the way. Saintville for Morrell, the former member of the Tampa Bay Rowdies as well as the Chicago Fire. And Saintville will go back to Hara. No pressure on him, he'll send it out. Now moving it forward from Micheletto. Intercepted, here's Bender, the 18-year-old. Osewusu goes down, set piece opportunity from about 30 out. Maybe a little bit more. Barbasol coming off the hip of J.J. Belinsky. First replay of the evening, and we see how Osewusu was taken down by Lucas Coutinho. So the set piece opportunity will bring two Brazilians to a conversation, Rafi Santos and Serginho. Left foot, right foot. Santos with the right, Serginho with the left. Right foot, well out of play. OCB started the season not going at anything on set pieces. Corners were short. Opportunity like that would have gone short as the season has progressed. They have taken more chances. That one sailing well over the bar. And here comes Tormenta in the middle. Now going over the top, switching sides, looking for Morelli, corrals it in. Seamus will play defense on him. Ball is sent into the middle. Dennis will send it out wide. And now Tormenta will try to make things happen with Antley. Antley getting it back. Defended well. Now ball into the box. Shot, goal. 7th minute. And that is Marco Micheletto's 5th on the season. He is the leader for Tormenta. Defensive breakdown for Orlando. And they trail 1-0 through 7. Here's the buildup. Antley and a little giving goal. Micheletto into the 6, bangs it home. Only the second first half goal of the season on Tormenta. And if you really think about that, that is a staggering stat. With a team with 7 wins already on the campaign, only their second first half goal. So Micheletto starts us up here, and OCB finds themselves in a hole. And for a team that really hasn't allowed Tormenta to possess the ball, this is not exactly the way that Coach Fernando and company wanted to start. Serginho will start us up, and the buildup will come from behind. Jordan Hill, who gets the start tonight. Now Leo Seamus. Outside for Souza. Souza looking for help, has to go backwards. Amir will punt it forward. Late whistle will stop play as we'll get this sorted out. And it will belong to Orlando City. Start by Serginho. Working it back into the middle. Serginho now surveying his options, doesn't like what he sees. Goes back to Amir, and Amir, you'll see him going forward and then dropping back as another defender, flipping it forward. And played out of play is Rafi Santos, the 24-year-old out of Rio de Janeiro. And the throw by Jerry Saintville, going forward, finding the head of Seamus. Now Souza. Bender, a little off the mark, and Tormenta has an opportunity to counter. Working the outside, trying to find a way to go forward. Pace had enough pace, but is sent out of play by Antley. Throwing coming up far side for Steven Hernandez, the versatile player out of Port Chester, New York, as he can play any position on the left side for the Lions. 10th minute, if you're just joining us. Goal was scored 3 minutes ago by Marco Micheletto. Simas working, getting it into the middle, and that's knocked away at the last minute. Hernandez gathers it in. Bender trying to find some space, get it over to Amir. He does. The shot from distance, and we'll go to the corner. Rafi Santos will take this one. That goal in the 7th minute by Micheletto, his 5th on the season, and also the earliest goal that Tormenta has scored. Charlie Dennis, the midfielder, had a goal in the 28th minute. And here's Santos, outswinger. He does have Serginho, but he goes long. Knocked out of the box. Everybody will chase. Everything will go forward, and it will belong to Orlando City. And there is Charlie Dennis, who had that 28-minute goal. Simas now moving forward, surveying his options, a little give and go quickly. Out for Souza, sending it in for Simas. Well defended, trying to shake Micheletto off of his hip. Hill for Silva. Now sent wide. Bender lost the handle, trying to win it back. He does. Hernandez on it. Back to Bender. Amir. And that opportunity is over as he was trying to connect with Serginho, but he misses the mark. Just by comparison, despite the fact that they have 4 less goal wins than Tormenta, they have scored 6 in the first half on the season. So it doesn't matter if you strike first. It just matters that you've got more goals than the other guy at the end of the 90-plus minutes. Dennis. Knuston. Back to Phelps, and Phelps now to Gomez. Tormenta taking their time, station to station. Here's Dennis, flipping forward, looking for Jackson. Dennis out wide, the buildup continues. Good ball, Simas puts his head on it. Souza puts it towards the corner. Simas is able to prevent it from going out of play. It stays in play. St. Phil, Gomez. Good possession football by the visitors. And they move all the way forward and then all the way back into their own third. Gomez sees an opportunity down the pitch. Ball checks up nicely. Antley into the box. Jackson trying to get there. Cleared out by Hill momentarily. Antley gets it back. Little give and go. Antley at the 6. And that's a brace for Micheletto, his 8th on the season. That coming in the 14th minute. 2-0 for Tormenta.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tormenta FC goal scored by number 10, Marco Micheletto, in the 14th minute.
And we get another look. Antley getting the ball in, cleared out by Hill. Ball goes all the way back to Antley. A little give and go there. Micheletto's calling for it, and he pounds it home with the right foot. Brilliant ball movement by Tormenta. There is a reason why they're second on the table now. And their goal differential just went from 5 to 7 in 14 minutes. Souza, triple teamed. Sending it, trying to get it into the middle, looking for Kobe Osewusu, but he can't get there. So a quick buildup by the Lions, but they come up empty-handed. Hara sending it forward to Gomez. Antley. That was Phelps. Back to Gomez. Micheletto. Coming into the game, Marco had 4 goals on the season. He now has 6. Amir. Seamus. And here's Hill again. Orlando City, 15 minutes in, finding themselves down 2-0. Are going to have to be more aggressive if they want to find any way to at least draw this game up. Serginho. Well defended. Challenge on the far side. Player down for each team. Getting up quickly is Caleb Jackson. Silva a little bit slower to get up. He'll have the conversation with J.J. Belinsky. And Belinsky will set Silva straight, and here's how it happened. Ball sent forward. And both players finding the turf. Saintville, one of 3 players for Tormenta on the pitch right now that play collegiately at Palm Beach Atlantic. Saintville, Dennis, 2 of the 3. The third is Lucas Coutinho. Saintville, surveying options. Sliding it forward. Micheletto. Phelps surveying his options. Orlando Health is proud to be the official medical team of Orlando City Soccer Club. From orthopedics and sports medicine to virtually every medical specialty, Orlando Health has physicians throughout Central Florida to provide the care you need when you need it. Choose Orlando Health. Hara sliding it forward. Phelps. They'll play catch. Knuston. Dennis sending it forward. Another good lead pass, another build-up, another opportunity for the visitors. A save by Chade. Corner coming up. And if it's not for the big right hand, it's 3-0.
Oh. What is this guy?
Player already up for Orlando City, as the Brain Trust may be looking at Forbes to come in. And here's an in-swinger coming up for Tormenta. Unless they elect to go short. Coutinho is there. They don't. Driven, headed out. Ball having a hard time getting cleared out before it finally does. Saintville will keep it on Orlando City's side of the pitch. Gomez sending it to the corner. Hits Seamus. Morel trying to battle for it. Knocks it out. Coutinho. A collision there between Hernandez and Tormenta, and here comes Orlando City, led by Kobe Osewusu. Ball knocked away. And a throw-in coming up. That will take place in the 20th minute. And it appears that Jordan Bender will do the honors. But we do have a stoppage of play as Hernandez is down. It looks like he's holding his eye. J.J. Belinsky will come over and check on him. And Hernandez is trying to blink out the collision. Helped up by his keeper and will continue. So on the far side, it will be Orlando City throwing it in. And there is the collision between Hernandez and Charlie Dennis. Throw in far side. And Orlando City now with Santos on the left. Started on the right, now playing on the left. Here's Seamus, he'll carry it forward. Well defended, has to go back to Amir. Amir, who goes forward on these positions, will drop back and play as an extra defender on the counter. Santos sending it out. And Souza basically dribbling himself right out of the play. Tries to come back and redeem himself. Ball sent forward. 50-50. Tormenta staying on it. Late whistle. As Silva was whistled on the infraction inside the circle. And Dennis is down once again. Dennis is a big boy at 6'2", 190. We take another look at that 50-50 between Jackson and Silva, and Charlie Dennis, who is charging forward, gets the brunt of what Silva has to offer. And Silva, the biggest man on the pitch on either side at 6'2" and 205. Gomez will start us up here in the 22nd minute with his team leading 2-0. Micheletto at 7-14, and not bad way to start if you're on the road.
He's warned them twice with no card. There needs to be a yellow.
Gomez gets the whistle. We will start back up. Decides to go backwards. Phelps. Knuston back to Phelps. Gomez slides back, picks it up, sees something down the pitch, puts it on a dime for Antley. Antley, who has both of the assists on the evening, gives it up easily, but Tormenta right back on it. Working into the box. Serving it into the middle, and that's going to find the back of the net. And that is a hat trick for Marco Micheletto. That in the 23rd minute. He now has 7 on the season. A hat trick within 23 minutes for Micheletto. He had 4 goals in 2018. Tormenta staying on it. Ball coming into the middle, served up. The goal has been awarded to Alex Morel in the 23rd minute, but the score remains the same. That's Alex Morel's 4th on the season. Micheletto stays at 6. So this game definitely not starting the way Orlando City wanted it. St. Ville trying to get through a number of purple kits, comes back on the ball. Amir will send it out wide. Here's Santos. Dribbles between 2 white kits. And he does draw a foul. So Alex Morel, first year in Tormenta, first year here in League One, obviously. Played 20 games with the Chicago Fire, 2 seasons with the Tampa Bay Rowdies, 3 goals, 3 assists in 35 appearances with the Rowdies. And Tormenta looked like they were going to move forward, but Orlando City getting on the ball. Orlando City needs to find some answers, as they have had none when Tormenta was on the counter. And it looks like Forbes will be checking into the game. Gomez taking his time. And Orlando City is going to have to play with a sense of urgency. They even want to put one on the board tonight. 50-50. Silva won that one by just being taller than Jackson. Seamus needs to find a way to be more of a playmaker. He likes to go up the wings. But with a change of personnel tonight because of the suspension to Randy Mendoza, he's been holding back a little bit more. Ball now into the box, looking for Osei-Wusu, but Knuston is there. Santos feeling pressure from Jackson, back to Silva. Santos. Seamus. Can he carry it into the 18? Knocked away by Saintville. Play on, says the referee. Last touch by Hill. 27th minute. We're awaiting a substitution for Orlando City B. And now we're going to get it, and you see the frustration. Forbes will come in for Hernandez.
27th minute. Leading the game is number 20, Steven Hernandez. He's replaced by number 16, Jalen Forbes.
Forbes for Hernandez in the 27th minute. And we'll see if that provides a little bit of a stark change for the Lions as they find themselves down 3 goals just 23 minutes into the game. Santos gives it up. Orlando City wins it back. Lions trying to build up one of their own. Seamus over for Souza. Souza doing a good job of dribbling through defenders. Back to Seamus. Souza, he'll take a rip. Left foot didn't have a lot on it, and Hora will cover it up. The rollout for Gomez. Orlando City B with only 3 wins on the season, all of them coming here at home, have allowed 3 goals. All of those on buildups. Solid passing by Tormenta has led to those goals, and defensive breakdowns in the box by the Lions. Defense needs to tighten up, need to be more responsive. But as we talked about, back line is different. Usually the back line goes from right to left is Seamus, Nathan Simeon, with Silva next to him, and Randy Mendoza. Hernandez got the start in front of Mendoza tonight. As we talked about, Mendoza was sent off with a red last time out. So is Mbuyu. Santos for Silva. 2 Brazilians and Serginho. Seamus, another Brazilian. Serginho carrying it into the middle, feeling the pressure, gives it off. Pocket is picked. by Micheletto. Seamus gets it right back. Seamus misfires. Bender is able to keep it in play. Bender, who's been quiet. He's forced off the ball momentarily. Forbes gets his first touch of the game. Gomez sending it forward. Late whistle. Quick start. Belinsky doesn't like where the start came from. They'll go all the way back. 30 minutes into the game. And right now, Tormenta averaging a goal once every 10 minutes. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and many of the finest leagues in the world. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Phelps ahead for Dennis. Now Dennis thought he could go long distance. Gets bailed out by himself. Another ball on that outside into the 18. Morel just didn't put enough on it, and Chade was able to come up with it. Charging forward and then rolling it out. Santos knocked down. Quick whistle. Quick start. Souza. And he has options. Into the middle. Flipping it forward. Looking for Osewusu. Knocked away. And that just goes wide. Good effort by Souza. As we see the buildup coming for Tormenta. Morel just couldn't put enough on it to get it past Chade. And then on the other side, Souza. And Souza was really looking to get another one on the season. And it just did not go towards the inside of the net. Another opportunity, Tormenta, if they can get past Silva. Dennis trying to cut inside. That's knocked away, but only momentarily. Throw in coming up for OCB. Good individual effort by Souza. Got a left foot on it, and you see he didn't miss by much. Well off his line is Hara. Out for Phelps. Micheletto thought he saw something down the pitch. Nobody home for Tormenta. Souza on that near miss. Would have been his 5th of the season. Coming into this game with 4. Same as Micheletto, who now has 6, and Morel came in with 3. He now has 4. Seamus will send Souza. And that ball is cleared out momentarily. Seamus gets it back, trying to get around Phelps. And Leo will take a slow breather. Stretch it out. And OCB will have the ball when we start back up. You see this battle, Morel handing off to Phelps, and Phelps knows, hey, that was on me. Seamus back on his feet. Set piece opportunity. Serginho, the Barbasol is down in front of him, and as well as the 2-man wall. Tormenta in control of this game, up 3-0. Serginho in his right foot, looking to serve it up, and an opportunity to at least get one on the board before the break. Early in the season, Serginho would have been going short. Now he looks like he's going to put it over the wall and try to curl it for a teammate. Quick build-up. He sends it into the box. It's headed out by Tormenta. Jackson sends it down the pitch, but Silva was waiting on it. Here's Forbes. Forbes will serve it into the box. Hill was trying to put his head on it. Here comes Morrell. Morrell on his horse. Morrell's got some running room. He's got some teammates. He goes to Dennis. And that's going to be too heavy for Micheletto. But once again, Tormenta, fabulous on the counter, creating the attack when OCB giving them the opportunities. Coutinho with the steal into the box. Just slides it wide. Forbes was on him just enough to prevent a better shot. Seamus. Serginho. Dennis on him. Souza trying to connect with Kobiose Wusu, who is absolutely silent on the evening. And Souza will throw it in. Hill for Silva. Ahead for Bender. Santos, Amir, Serginho. Calls for the defense to stay tight, and they have been very good at keeping their shape throughout the evening, preventing OCB from really having any quality chances, let alone any quality shots. Out for Seamus, working it in. A little give and go from Osewusu. A little too heavy. Ball goes out of play. It will stay with OCB. And here's Souza, the push from behind from Jackson. There was no whistle on that infraction. That throw in, give back to Seamus. Now Serginho. Majority of the goals scored by OCB on the season have been from outside the box, and a miscommunication there as the ball will go past the goal line and Hara will throw it away. Milleracey looking on, and John got to be happy with what he's seen from his team in the first half. Coming into this game, only one first half goal. And now they have 3 in just 38 minutes. Micheletto got the party started at 7, doubled it up at 14. Almost had a brace, but the goal was credited to Alex Morrell in the 23rd minute. And that's what we've got so far. Fans follow OCB and the rest of USL League One all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, the US Open Cup, and more. Join over 2 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch League One every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. That one's rolled out by Chade. Hill. Amir. And then out for Forbes. Santos. Sliding it forward. He goes down. Bender now on it, trying to work his way into the 18. That will go in favor of OCB as Bender hit the turf. Barbasol coming out once again. And a scoring opportunity from the side of the box for OCB. Serginho will put it down as he has been the man to serve it up for the Lions throughout the season. The 18-year-old out of Orlando is up on his feet. J.J. Belinsky will march off the 10 yards, put the Barbasol line down. And Serginho will look to serve it up. Has the angle and an in-swinger. Two-man wall for Tormenta. Osewusu and Silva are in the box. Into the box, it finds the back of the net. A set-piece goal for the Lions in the 40th minute. We're checking on the goal and who the officials will award it to. But it was Thiago Souza who will get the goal in the 40th minute. And Souza now has 5 on the season. And he puts it right through. So 3-1, 40 minutes in. OCB will not be shut out on the evening. Phelps. Here's Dalton. Dalton. Long distance. Looking for Antley. He's got 2 assists already on the night. Dennis sending it out. Souza with 5. Gomez sent it forward. Antley once again into the box. That's going to be too heavy for everybody. Shot A for Amir. And despite the fact that Amir has been dropping back to play defense, and kind of setting up a back line of 3 or 5, depending upon where the wing players are on that defensive side, where those fullbacks are. And Souza is going to go into the book. So he gets the goal in the 40th. He goes into the book in the 42nd.
Ladies and gentlemen, the yellow card has been issued to OCB number 11, Thiago Souza, in the 42nd minute.
And you see this challenge.
Come on. Come on.
Phelps. Gomez. It's going to be interesting to see what Fernando decides to do as this game progresses, with Souza sitting on a yellow. Here's Morel. Denied getting into the box, slides through the elbow. It's cleared out by Silva. That goal by Souza, third set piece goal on our count on the season for OCB. So Fernando's going to have some options with Souza sitting on a yellow card, but also being the leading scorer for this squad, as Orlando City B has been very prone to red cards throughout the season. They started their first 2 games of the season with reds. 2 reds handed out against Richmond. And that doesn't even complete the card story for the Lions. Serginho gets his pocket pick. Here's Jackson laying off. Serginho gets it back. Little give and go. Leading Souza. He doesn't have the horses to get there. Morel. Gomez. Coutinho thought the better of going forward. Back to Antley. Silva sending it wide, and Alex Morel just can't put a foot on it. We're in the 45th. 3-1 is your score. Micheletto at 14 and 7. Morel at 23 and Souza at 40, and he's got a yellow card to go along with that just 2 minutes later. Amir for Leo Simas. Souza for Santos, and those are 3 Brazilians. Now Amir from Tampa. Forbes. And Forbes for Bender. Bender battling his way through, getting it for Santos. Santos, another Brazilian. Santos staying on the ball. Simas was calling for it wide. Serginho sends it forward. We've got 1 minute of added time for your viewing pleasure as the Lions go short on the corner. Serginho wasn't able to control it. That ball will go out of play. Last touch by Tormenta. Morel was the last one to touch it, so Simas will throw it in. About halfway through the minute. Serginho. And now Simas. Forbes gets it back from Santos. Now out wide for Bender. Bender trying to go into the middle. And I think Antley took it to the face, and he's down on the far side. Play continues. Tormenta will try to build up for maybe one more goal before the break. Coutinho off the mark. We're past the minute. That's going to do it for the first 45 plus 1. But a lot of scoring, and most of it in favor of the visitors at 7, 14, and 23, and at 40 for the Lions. So that's all the scoring that we have for you in the first half of action. We've got an action-packed halftime. We're going to go around the league. We're going to tell you all about League One. But don't go away, because you're watching Tormenta and OCB. After 45 plus 1, it's 3-1 on ESPN+. Welcome back. Halftime at Mount Verde Academy between OCB and Tormenta. Time to take a look at the week that was in our own voice.
FC2 Central last week, and we're underway from Demo Training Ground. Serble, quick spin, Petrasso wide open left side box, plays it in there, low one, into the back of the net. As N4 brought down in the box, no foul call, or is there? It's coming back for a penalty. N4 in between the pipes. Shot coming and into the back of the net. 1-1, all even after 41 for these Lansing players. Headed on by Okello, back in there. Gomez in front of the box, tips it there. Still nothing, and finally in the back of the net. That punch away by Cleveland, battling with Okello in there. Serble chips it back in, headed on and in. Toronto, one back at home. Ball sent in, Okello, maybe a touch to a Cleveland there. Put in! We're all even. Deflected away by Koyfik. Jones knocks it on. And with all that buildup, that'll be the final whistle. 3-3. What a match between these two sides, putting it all out there.
There is a good look at Charlie Dennis. Jersey Wall. That cross in and open. Shot. Pepe hit the post. Rebound, and that hit the post. Pepe. Bonilla trying to get through the defender. St. Phil in the penalty area. Pepe, the approach, the strike, and the save. And driven off of that ball was Donzo, and whistle comes in, and that will end it.
That concludes tonight's
as we conclude with a 0-0 scoreless draw.
And we'll see if Greenville can keep things going with their momentum in these last three here today. 7 points in the last three, and Greenville is underway here at home. FC Tucson, the opponent today. The Wayside Cup.
Last few games. See if they are into it. Here comes Carlos Gomez.
Gomez, the steal, right there from the back in, and for the goal. Mistakes early for Greenville, but it's Tucson. They're making the mistake. Gomez pounces, and Jabga in space where he is most dangerous. Cuts back, but all green jerseys, the chance, and into the 1-1 now. Goals flying in here in the first 20 minutes. Cox sends it right back in there. Through the traffic, it falls. Chance coming, trickles into the back of the net. Kyle Venter, a center back, but he's been hot scoring his third of the season. Plays it across, wide open on the other end of the box. Shot, goal, Jamga, a brace today. It's 3-1 Tucson on the road.
Here at Bermuda's coming on. We do have plenty of options on the bench offensively for Greenville with likes of Gudiri, Ward.
Mohammed, beautiful strike. Morancio after knocking it down. And there's the final whistle. A huge, huge win on the road for FC Tucson. 4 points into the 6-match road trip. And frustrating night for John Harks and the Triumph.
One who's dangerous early in the season, sends it into the box, looking around, gets a head on it, and it's going to go off the post and in! And Richmond take the lead. Dennis Chin celebrating. The referee waving his hands up, though. They're going to call it offsides. Looking for some room. Gives it a shot, and it's punched away by Herrera. But here today, Orlando's done everything they can to keep up as they get into the box. Here's Bulldog, sends it inside, deflected away. Another shot, Chin, deflected again. And crisis averted. Another shot right there by Troyer, and Herrera is able to knock it away. Here's Akwe. Crosses it inside. He's got someone in there. There's Chin. He finishes it away. And Richmond takes the lead and ending their drought. Dennis Chin on the volley. Herrera's coming up, so that kind of solidifies that. Here's Seamus crossing it inside and just way too high on that one. And there's the final whistle. Richmond has taken away 3 points in this game.
It's Freighter! What a hit! Crossing in, it's a goal! Keeps it knocked away myself. Omar Salgado, the hometown hero.
Streaking run from Josh Suggs.
across, keeps the winner! Another brace! More!
There's so much pride in this state. There's, I think, been so much pent-up demand in people who have just been looking for a way to shine and come through, and they're so capable. Some of the best people in the world live in New Mexico.
This idea was sort of born from that, you know, why don't we have a section in our stadium that is devoted entirely to the underserved, the underprivileged, you know, maybe kids who would never have the opportunity to come do this, or public servants in our community, firefighters, teachers.
It's really about uniting to the community. It's really about seeing positive outcomes for people. When I see a positive outcome for someone and I see someone start to believe in themselves more and understand what their capabilities are, it makes me feel so happy because I think oftentimes people aren't in a situation where they're able to really fully shine. And we have, individually, we have so much inside. It's probably so much more than we're even allowed or think we can give every day. So let's create a platform that gives and encourages giving and encourages community. And I think if we do that, we can make a real change.
For example, we have the YMCA coming, so we gave 75 tickets there. There was 150 tickets went to Herman Sanchez Community Center, and then, you know, the others went to other kids in the community that really would not have this opportunity.
But by the way, if it was gone and someone else wanted to get in, we'd make it happen. It's for everybody.
So it's a way to spread goodwill in our own community to the people who need it most.
It's not just about a game anymore. You know, New Mexico is really out there making a statement.
We wanted everybody from, you know, Albuquerque to Santa Fe to the, you know, the eastern and western corners of the state, southern. You're part of this team. You're a part of this family. It's a movement really more than anything else, and we want everyone to know that they're a part of it. That's what our name means, United.
Time for news and notes in League One. How about that? Toronto FC 2 and North Texas, the only two unbeaten teams in the league. As of now, they put that on the line on Friday. The table is pretty tight. Top 5 teams drew the last time out. 7 points separate second through 8th. And Devin Jamga, a brace, just the 17th in league history. Jamga on the team of the week, and hey, you get a brace. That's what you're going to do. St. Ville, who's in action tonight for Tormenta, also getting honors on the team of the week in the 17th week. You look at the power rankings, top 6 do not move throughout action. There is shuffling below them. Take a look at the goal-scoring leaders. Damas and Pepe are powering North Texas. One of the reasons why they are unbeaten at home on the season. Damas now 9, 2 better than his teammate. And there are some distributors. And look, Arturo Rodriguez. And there is another reason why North Texas is as good as they are. 6 assists as well. Tormenta's doing a pretty good job on the table as well. Hara is the #1 keeper currently in League One. And there is a reason why they're #2 on the table going into this game. Scores from around the league last weekend. Toronto staying unbeaten with that draw against Lansing. Greenville losing at home to Tucson. Scoreless North Texas and Tormenta. And Richmond gets the win at home over the OCB Lions. Coming up this week, Toronto back at home. We've already talked about that. It's a 4 p.m. affair. North Texas at home as well. We talked about that. 8 p.m. against Greenville. Chattanooga will host Tucson. Forward Madison will take on the Lions. And Tormenta will go back home and face Lansing. And time to take a look at the table. Up top, North Texas, 34 points in 16 games. Tormenta, They'll take those 26. Will they get more tonight? That is a question to be answered. And Orlando City B, with a win today, would get out of the cellar. Don't go away. We've got all kinds of action coming up next, but we'll start with the highlights and the stats. That will come on the other side of the break. Don't go away. You're watching USL League One action on ESPN+. Welcome back. 45 plus 1. And at that time, we got 4 goals. Here's the first one. Antley inside. Micheletto. That's number 1, 7th minute. His 5th on the season. 7 minutes later. You've seen this movie before. Antley into the middle. Punched out. But wait, Antley's got it back. He's got an opening. Give and go. Yep. 14th minute. Micheletto, his 6th on the season. It's now 2-0. Tormenta wasn't done. 9 minutes later. Working that right side. Hernandez steals it away. Sends it forward. Tormenta's right back on it. Carrying it into the box. The goal is awarded to Alex Morel, his 4th on the campaign. Almost went to Micheletto. So now it's 3-0 Tormenta, and we're not even 25 minutes in. Set piece opportunity coming up as Bender was taken down. Serginho serving it up. Souza with his 5th on the campaign. That coming in the 40th minute. And we went to break 3-1. So we come back live. Perfect timing. We have switched sides. Tormenta starts us up. They'll go from left to right on your screen, wearing all white. In purple, it will be the Lions going from right to left. Forbes checked into the game in the 27th minute for Steven Hernandez, and that was a defensive move as Hernandez was on that left side, beaten for 3 goals. But that is still the way that Tormenta has been running their offense, trying to attack the left side of the defense for OCB. Silva, Jordan who gets the start, Jordan Hill. And now for Seamus. Seamus the workhorse on that right side. Little give and go. And we saw this throughout the first half. That pass back to Seamus, leading him too much and stopping the action. So Pablo Jara at 6 feet, 182, played collegiately at Wingate, surveying his options. Wingate just happens to be the alma mater of our producer, Ryan Rose. Sent forward by Silva, intercepted by Tormenta. Here's Coutinho. Full head of steam. Out for Jackson. Feeling a little pressure from Forbes. We'll send Antley all the way back. Osewusu giving pressure. Look at that, 8 shots to 7 in favor of OCB, but 3 of those 7 went in for Tormenta. High in the air, 50-50, won by Forbes. Bender having to go backwards to Silva, feeling pressure from Charlie Daniels. Charlie Daniels, sorry about that, folks. Charlie Dennis. Charlie Daniels actually would work pretty well as this South Georgia team could deal with a little devil went down to Georgia. Out wide. Souza. And that's going to be cleared out. But momentarily, Osewusu serving it up. Over the head of Bender. Nothing going on. Going out of play. 48th minute. And you look at the possession arrow in favor of Tormenta, 51-49. It did not start out that way. But as the game wore on, OCB's possessions became shorter and shorter. And Tormenta was really able to control. Santos has to go back for Silva. Serginho gives it back.
Get connected, Marco, get connected.
Silva will go right through the circle. Seamus playing catch with Souza. Silva well marked. Lays off Serginho. Back out wide. Kobe. Leo. Leo wanted the whistle. He's not going to get it that time, just outside the box. And Hara will kick this one away. Tormenta easily in control of this game, scoring at 7, 14, and 23. And the Lions getting on the board and ruining that man's clean sheet in the 40th minute. Set piece goal started by Serginho, scored by Souza. And that will go out of play. Rain fell before the game. Field was nice and slick. Has not rained since play started. But it is summer in Central Florida, so anything is possible. As we are 50 minutes into this one. Forbes, that back heel by Bender does not find Kobe Osewusu. Osewusu has been very, very quiet so far in this game. Limited touches through the first 50. Set piece coming up for Tormenta. Orlando City has already gone to their bench once on the evening. Ball into the box. Coutinho trying to center. Corner kick coming up. Last touch by Bender. And the bench for Fernando. He still has Wilfred Williams, a defender, and Boyu. And the other attacker is Luke Granitor. Jose Quintero is available as well. Dennis, and he has Coutinho short. Dennis serves it up, headed out, but awaiting it. Micheletto, he'll try to chip it forward. Off the chest of Bender. Serginho sending it forward. Souza couldn't get there, it's cleared out. Throw-in coming up for Orlando City. Near side, Forbes will do the honors. Right in front of the visitors' bench. William Bagru not available tonight. He would have been another attacker. Picked up a red card the last time out. So did Randy Mendoza. One of many games on the season that OCB has played down at least a man when the final whistle was blown. Amir, Silva. Traffic on the near side. Coutinho takes down Bender, and it will be OCB's ball. Get a look at Bender, the 18-year-old from here in Orlando. Amir, Serginho, trying to lead Seamus. But Alex Morel gets there first. Alex Morel has done a good job of two-way football tonight. OCB not liking that call from J.J. Belinsky. Belinsky, the man with the barber saw and the clean-shaved head. I'm kind of partial to the hairstyle myself. There's Phelps. Antley. Coutinho. Bender will jump on it, get it back to his keeper. And Juliano Chade will move it forward. Jordan Hill. Silva, now Forbes. Surveying his options. Can't split the defenders, has to go back to Mateus Silva. Bender leading Forbes. Phelps clears it out. Forbes will throw it in. More substitutes on their feet and stretching. Decisions, decisions, decisions for manager Fernando. Serginho for Forbes. Trying to connect with Santos, and Rafa couldn't collect it. 55 minutes in. Coming into this game, Tormenta had only scored one goal in the first half in all their matches. And they got 3 in the first 23 minutes of this one. Orlando City has been able to settle down defensively just a little bit since Billy Forbes came in the 27th minute in favor of Steven Hernandez. Antley with the throw to Coutinho. Into the chest of Bender, and Bender earns his team a throw, and Forbes will take it near the center stripe. Silva. And the 22-year-old over for Amir, the Tampa native, out for the Brazilian. That pass doesn't have enough on it, but Seamus is able to come over, and we've got a booking right here. Gomez taking down Seamus. Gomez will go in the book in the 56th. First card of the evening handed out to Tormenta. And we look at exactly, and there it is. Just that extended leg of Ricardo Gomez. Gomez in his first year with Tormenta, 5'7", 160. Played college ball at Tyler, and that's a JUCO. Serginho now will start us back up in the 57th minute. OCB 2 down, trying to find a way to claw back to possibly get at least a point out of this one. That's a tall order right now. And that's off the body of Phelps and the right foot of Rafa Santos. So it looks like Santos will jog over to the corner, put it down. Forbes is a short option, but it does appear that Santos, the 24-year-old out of Rio, is directing traffic. One body inside the 6, going into the box. Hill goes over his head. He'll track it down. Last touch by him. Throw-in coming up for Tormenta. Jerry Saintville will do the honors. Looked like he was going to go long distance, but he sends it back to Gomez. Tormenta having a tough time getting it out of their own end. Gomez going long distance when he buys himself some space. Seamus. And he's pulled down by Alex Morrell. Easy call for J.J. Belinsky.
I didn't even hear that.
As we take a look at it, that's going to be an easy one for the man with the Barbasol every single time. Amir. Souza, heavy touch as he was trying to blast his way through. Set piece opportunity coming up for the Lions. This one out more than 30. The Barbasol is down. Tormenta bench does not like it, but they're not going to change the man. Not going to change the mind of J.J. Belinsky, as he is heavy-handed with the Barbasol. Souza running into the body of Micheletto. Serginho is the right foot. Silva's the left. If Serginho does in fact take this one, look for him to possibly go right at it as he backs up about 5 yards. That's what he does. Sends it over the bar. Opportunity over as we enter the 60th minute of play here at Mount Verde Academy, Orlando City's home. And they are trailing by 2. Orlando Health is proud to be the official medical team of Orlando City Soccer Club. From orthopedics and sports medicine to virtually every medical specialty, Orlando Health has physicians throughout Central Florida to provide the care you need when you need it. Choose Orlando Health. These two teams have played each other twice already on the season. Third game of the season, first start for Juliano Chade was a 1-1 draw. Played in the rain as well. Diouf started the party for the Lions. And then basically at the death, 94th minute, Eckenrod credited with the goal. Suffers a concussion on the play, has not played since for Tormenta. That was on April 14th, June 15th. 2-0 affair at Tormenta. And here's Dennis. And a last-second save by Chade, sending it over the bar. Mikey Rowe and Alex Morrell got goals in that one. And you see that left-footed shot by Dennis. Able to get knocked away at the last minute. Dennis is on it now, left foot. Coutinho is keeping him company, but that left foot serves it up. Headed in by Antley. So that's a hat trick of sorts, as Antley had 2 assists and now gets a goal of his own in the 61st minute. That is his 4th of the season. So Tormenta spreading the wealth offensively, and a set-piece goal of their own. Antley in his 2nd year with Tormenta, and this ball was just brilliant. Dennis putting it up, Antley on his hops, completely unmarked, and beating Chade for the 4th on the evening.
Hey, it doesn't drop, Charlie. It doesn't drop. Come on.
So a bigger hole now for OCB with less than 30 minutes to go.
The game is number 22, Lucas Coutinho. He's replaced by number 21, Jad Arslan.
While we were away, Coutinho checked out of the game. Arslan checked in. Santos, marked by the gentleman who just joined us. Forbes getting around, sending it in. Nobody home for the Lions. Serginho will try to keep it in the final third, and that's a foul on Alex Morrell. Set piece coming up on the angle for the Lions, now down by 3. Lions need to take advantage of set piece opportunities when they come up. Serginho will be on this one. Needs to serve it up, put it on ahead, very similar to what Charlie Dennis just did. Two-man wall of Jackson and Morrell. And Serginho, who's not going to be able to go right at this one, is going to have to serve it up. Nobody in the box for the Lions in terms of the 6. That was a poor delivery and an opportunity for Tormenta to counter. Sending it forward, foot race. And Souza gets back there and bails out his defense. Forbes, he'll look to move it forward. He's got a lot of real estate to work with. Kobiose Wusu, really the first time we've called his name in the second half. Barely called it in the first. There's your goal scorer in the 61st minute. There's Dennis getting a push by Serginho, and that will get Serginho booked, and there was no reason for that, as Dennis is slow to get up. 64th minute, Serginho is going to go into the book. Serginho, and that is his first yellow card. Nope, check that. It is his 5th yellow card on the season.
Ladies and gentlemen, the yellow card is going to issue to OCB number 5, Serginho, in the 64th minute.
So in the 64th minute, the 5th on the season for Serginho. Ball over the top. Antley tracks it down. Forbes is over there to keep him company. Ball over to Dennis. Dennis trying to work it. Intercepted by Forbes. OCB gives it right back. Dennis near the corner. Forbes on him. Dennis, patience, and Forbes taking out Dennis on the other side. Forbes might find himself in the book. He does. 66th minute. Three cards now handed out to the Lions. Serginho at 64, Forbes at 66. Souza got one 2 minutes after he scored in the 42nd. One card has been handed out to Tormenta on the evening. That one was in the 56th minute to Ricardo Gomez. Frustration fouls now for the Lions, and nothing but that. And Forbes on that push on Dennis, that was all frustration. Serving it up, that ball is headed to the outside of the net by Antley. And Tormenta playing nearly perfect football on the evening. Gave up a set-piece goal to Souza, but beyond that, they have been extremely effective on the evening. Santos sending it forward into traffic, knocked out to Forbes. Souza trying to dribble his way through. Last touch by Arslan. Luke Granitor is going to check in for Jordan Bender. So one youngster for another here in the 67th. A lot of people very high on Luke Granitor. First time he checked in early in the season, a great round of applause for the youngster. But now that he's got some games under his belt, it's a lot more of a routine substitution. Granitor, just 16 years old, out of Vero Beach. Santos for Souza. has fours, but he goes the other way. He's looking for Granitor. Can't find the handle. Cleared out by Hara. Amir, Serginho. Out for Seamus. Marked by Morel, but he gets past him. Lays off for Osewusu. Osewusu trying to get around St. Ville. He does. Into the box, sliding it forward. Great opportunity to score by Orlando City, but they couldn't connect. Ball going out of play. Hill's going to throw it in. Expecting a substitution here in a moment for the visitors. Switching sides. Souza flipping it forward. Granitor flags down, and he put it over the line. He put it over the bar. Great opportunity, great ball movement, some of the best ball movement of the evening for the Lions, but they just can't make it work. Granitor couldn't make it happen.
He's replaced by number 9, Mikey Rowe.
Mikey Rowe will check in for Alex Morel. And that will come in the 69th minute. So Morel, who scored for Tormenta along with Mikey Rowe on June 15th, comes out. He has a goal tonight. And Mikey Rowe comes in. And that is the second substitution of the evening for Tormenta. Each team now has gone to their bench twice. Great ball movement. Souza, Granitor, and Granitor just couldn't help but put it over the bar. Opportunity here for Tormenta. 30 out. Dribbling himself right out of the play. Seamus trying to find Souza. He does, but well defended by Tormenta. And all the way back. 4 goals so far on the night, the most for Tormenta on the season. Antley down the line. Arslan tracks it down, centers it. Nearly another goal. And that defensive breakdown on that left side of the defense, right side of the offense for Tormenta has just caused fits all night long for the home team. Souza switching sides. Osewusu can't keep his feet, trying to come back on it. Keeping Tormenta in their own end. But Tormenta can just play control offense right now. Play keep away, play catch, and run out the clock. And a little bit of trivia after scoring the first goal in North Texas. OCB dropped the 4-1 affair in Dallas. That one was on May 11th. But now here in July at home, looks like a 4-1 affair may happen once again. Souza doing a good job, triple team before he dribbles himself right out of the play. Gomez flicking it forward. Jackson floating at the line.
Hey, stay together as we play. Stay together as you build. Don't stretch.
And OCB getting ready for their final substitution of the evening. Antley into the middle for Phelps.
Hey, there's an area for you, Charlie. There's an area for you.
Playing catch. Moving it forward. Micheletto out wide. Rowe for Micheletto. And this is all that Tormenta needs to do. Possession football, finding the passing lanes, not feeling a tremendous amount of pressure from the Lions. And there's Antley getting around Forbes, centering. And that just missed. Hill does just enough on the heavy touch by Arslan. And Arslan, who had an open goal, waited too long to pull the trigger, invited Hill to come over to help out. And it was that hesitation that just prevented this game from being 5-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, substitution for OCB in the 74th minute. Leading the game is number 5, Serginho. He's replaced by number 27, Jose Quintero.
So Quintero, otherwise known as Pepper, is in the game. That in the 74th minute. And we'll see if Quintero can spice things up for the Lions. And here once again, Tormenta. They'll just play catch, and that's all they have to do. Their goal differential coming into this game, 5, currently sitting at 8. Second on the table. OCB sitting 10th. And OCB needs to use these last 15 minutes as a lesson not to give up, to continue to defend, to continue to move forward, continue to try to score goals. But it's been a difficult task against a very organized, very disciplined Tormenta side. We've seen some frustrating fouls, some frustrating cards by OCB. Phelps, Dennis, and Tormenta doing a really good job of just being patient right now. Station to station, keeping the ball on the ground, creating opportunities. Antley in the box. That goes wide. Forbes took a beating from Antley on that shot. Slow to get up here in the 76th. Forbes back on his feet. Quintero. Serginho with his 5th card on the season in the 64th minute will sit out the next one. Orlando City will have to play without his services, and that's difficult as he has been a workhorse for the Lions, not to mention the fact that he takes the majority of the set piece opportunities as well. Tormenta can just put on a passing clinic right now. And barring a complete collapse, will leave Central Florida with another 3 points.
Keep moving, Charlie, come on.
That would make 2 wins and a draw against this purple side in their 3 meetings for 2019. And Granitor will get a conversation from J.J. Belinsky. Looking for the latest USL League One news and contents, follow at USL League One on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for exclusive access and updates. League One being extremely exciting football. This first-year league created by USL. Silva from Chade. No sense of urgency whatsoever for the Lions. Jordan Hill sending it forward. Osei-Wusu having a difficult night, well marked throughout the evening. Hasn't been able to break on the ball as a striker for Fernando. Sent forward now. Santos. Forbes was overlapping, goes the other way into the middle. Souza. And Quintero just ran right over it. Flip forward. Dennis. He gets his own pass back. Cheeky little pass that won't go anywhere. Dennis is taken down by Forbes here in the 79th minute. Fans, USL unveiled its elite youth platform, USL Academy. This allows clubs at all levels across the USL to develop its local youth and compete at the highest level across the United States, including the USL Academy Cup. For more information, visit uslsoccer.com/academy. And here's the foul right there as Forbes and Dennis collide. And the Barbasol will come out. Does not appear that J.J. Belinsky is going to use the Barbasol on this one. Instead, just point out where the 10 yards are. All right. So now we're in the 80th minute. Now a two-man wall. And Tormenta looking for their 5th on the evening. Left foot stays on the ground. Shot from the outside, knocked away by Quintero. Flag goes up. That will end that opportunity. Gives me an opportunity to tell you who's up, who's down, where does your club sit. Find out every Monday in the official USL League One Power Rankings, only on USLLeague1.com. Here's Granitor. Now out wide, Seamus, who's been shut down pretty much in this second half. Gives it up. Gomez. Antley. Antley sending it forward, clearing out the opportunity. Chade comes out. Here's Jordan Hill. Back to Chade. Silva. Now Santos. Forbes. Double teamed. Trying to get to the corner. Antley. Play on, says J.J. Belinsky. Got away with the left shoulder. Amir. Seamus. And the shape is outstanding all night long for Tormenta. As Osei-Wusu is trying to carry it into the middle. He does. Switching sides for Forbes. Lays off. Souza into the middle. Takes a shot from distance. Pulled out the pitching wedge. He needed the 3-wood.
Matt, you good? Wait. Stop. What are you doing? Come here, get back.
Last substitution of the evening will come in the 82nd minute. This one will belong to Tormenta. Charlie Dennis is checking out.
He's replaced by number 27, Tristan Deloach.
Deloach will get minutes to close out the game. And Charlie Dennis had himself a very full game. Ball goes out of play.
Right away, Jet.
OCB will throw it in. Seamus, Hill, Silva. Now Santos. Forbes threads the needle, finds Souza. Back to Santos, now Souza well defended. Deloche, like a gnat, comes over, says hello to Forbes. Forbes to Souza. Santos. Sliding it for Granitor. Granitor trying to get a shot off. He does. It's a weak one. Hara was there. Deloche coming in for Dennis, and he is determined to make sure that his coach knows exactly where he is at all times. Luke Granitor working it to that right foot, but didn't really plant very hard with the left. Very little power behind that shot from distance. And Tormenta, a little over 6 minutes away from leaving Central Florida with 3 points. As that ball goes out of play, it will belong to Tormenta. And Jerry St. Ville will throw it in. We started this game with 3 players who went to college at Palm Beach Atlantic, and St. Ville is the last one standing on the pitch as Lucas Coutinho checked out, as did Charlie Dennis. Throw in coming up right in front of the OCB bench. Connor Antley played college ball at Mercer. That ball out of play. Last touched by Tormenta. Silva with the throw, and OCB. Gut check time. How do they want to finish this game? Do they want to finish it with scoring chances? Or do they want to just run out the clock? Osei-Wusu looking for Souza, and you see the dejection from Souza as that pass was well short. Off the chest, Connor Antley. Deloche making his first professional start, an academy player with Tormenta, making his debut here in the 82nd minute, so congratulations to him. Here's Santos cutting inside, feeling the pressure. Quintero. Souza. Quintero. Battling with Jackson. Things get spicy. And things get spicier as Jackson wasn't giving up the ball. He'll get a conversation. And words exchanged between Jackson and Quintero. And J.J. Belinsky has to step in. 87th minute. Souza for Santos. And we see how this battle of wills happened. And I promise you they weren't making dinner reservations. So OCB in front of their bench, another opportunity to start us up. With time remaining very, very thin. Seamus, he'll work the outside, he'll work on Mickey Rowe.
Caleb dropping help.
Seamus gets his pocket picked by Deloche. Deloche making the most of his debut.
What are you thinking for extra?
Marco!
Starting us up is going to be St. Ville. Here's Phelps. taking his time. Quintero mugs Gomez. Play continues. Ball sent forward. Arslan keeps it in play. Working towards the 18, lays off. Blast, knocked away. Amir sacrificed his body. Micheletto throwing it in. He has a brace on the evening, coming at 7-14. Alex Morel got one at 23. Antley got one at 61. Lone goal for the Lions. Souza his 5th at 40. Waiting on it like an outfielder, Pablo Jara. We're now in the 89th. Sent forward, too heavy all the way back to Chade. Now Silva. That's going to be way too much as Phelps gets there before Souza. And right now, Tormenta trying to finish the drill. Keep OCB off the bench. Off the board one more time. The ball will belong to OCB. And you look at their manager, Milleracey, John Milleracey. Minutes away from their 8th win on the season. Just strengthening their position in 2nd place in the League One title. Osei-Wusu trying to take advantage of a rare mistake by Tormenta. Save by Pablo Jara. And he'll milk this one. Take his time to send everybody forward here in the 90th. And you see Osei-Wusu pulls up the brakes, left foot. Not a lot on it. He was trying to go near post. So for Kobe Osei-Wusu, who is very quiet on the evening, he gets the shot off. We're going to have 2 minutes of added time for your viewing pleasure. 2 minutes for OCB to try to find another one. 2 minutes for Tormenta just to finish them out. Here's Santos, triple teamed, and Antley just picks his pocket. And that's been the kind of night that OCB has had, as Connor Antley has been absolutely brilliant on the evening. Assists and goals. Here's Hill, long distance pass. Osei-Wusu staying on his feet, flag is staying down. Thought we were going to get a penalty. Good job by Phelps to ride him out of the box. Rolling it forward. Tormenta. And this is what they've been very effective like all evening long. The counter has been outstanding, resulting in goals. Those first 3 all went their way.
Come inside, Jed. Inside, Jed.
Leo Seamus knocked to the turf. Amir. Souza. Just gives it up way too easy. That's been another story of the evening for the Lions. That's going to do it. 90+2. And that man right there, John Milleracey, gets a 4-1 win over Orlando City B. They remain 2nd in the league. Orlando City B, with another loss, will stay at the bottom of the table. They have now played 19 games. Tormenta now 16. Tormenta has 29 points on the season. North Texas, first place team in League One, has 34. Let's go right to the highlights and show you all the goals this evening. Party gets started in the 7th minute. On the march, there's Antley. Coutinho back to Antley. Antley into the middle. Micheletto, the elbow of the 6th. We're 1-0. That is Micheletto's 5th on the season. Antley once again on the wing, sending it into the box. It's knocked away. Antley will get it back. Little give and go from Coutinho. Micheletto, how about that? Number 6 on the season. We're 14 minutes in, it's 2-0. And then, once again, on the counter, long distance, Gomez. Antley. Cleared out by Hernandez. But then, here comes Tormenta, right back into the middle. Is it Morel? Is it Micheletto? It's Morel, his 4th on the season, 23 minutes in. It's now 3-0 for the visitors. Not to be outdone. Set piece opportunity into the box. Souza, his 5th on the season. That comes in the 40th minute. We go to the dressing room at halftime. 3-1. Second half, serve it up. Antley, you've got 2 assists on the evening. Why don't you get a goal? That one in the 61st. 4-1 is your final. We go to the stats on the evening. Cards 3-1 in favor of OCB. Serginho will not play in the next one. Possession completely even. Shots on target. Half of the shots that Tormenta took on target. They score 4 of those 7. 14 shots also for OCB, only 3 on target. They get 1 goal, and the only stat that ever matters is the one on the top line. 4-1 is your final. As I mentioned a moment ago, North Texas 34 points. They are top of the table. Tormenta with their 3 new points tonight, now 29, no longer tied with Lansing, and they have 3 games in hand on Lansing. Chattanooga in 4th, Toronto, Tucson, Greenville, Madison, Richmond, and Orlando City B. Thank you so much for being with us here all evening long. Fun game from Central Florida. Your final is 4-1. For everyone on site, everyone in the control room, I'm Bruce Silverman. Thanks for being with us here on ESPN 3. 4-1 is your final. Tormenta gets the win.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.